Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Solace here for the second day of Vlogmas, and today we're going to be talking about 4.5 unpopular sewing opinions. So my first unpopular historical sewing opinion that should come as no surprise to anybody if you've been around here for a little while is the fact that I don't think you need to wear all of the proper undergarments. If you can't wear a corset, if you can't get your hands on, the proper understructure, I'm not saying that it's not going to make it look like slightly less accurate, but there are ways you can fake around it if you can't get your hands on something or you just can't wear something. I think that's super important to remember, especially if you're new. Don't feel pressured to either go out and buy or make some fancy corset or, perfectly accurate hoop skirt if you can't afford it / aren't sure if you actually want to stick with this hobby, or maybe you just don't want to wear it for whatever reason. There are always workarounds. You just have to get a little bit more creative. Unpopular opinion number 2. I kind of think Edwardian clothing's a little overrated. It's not that it's bad. It's not that I hate it. It's not that I dislike it. I just feel like it gets a lot more hype than it deserves for a lot of what, to me, especially in like the way of history bounding it, essentially looks like a blouse and a nice skirt. Now, like I said, that's not to say there's anything wrong with Edwardian. I do like it. I just feel like it gets just a little bit more hype than it deserves sometimes. I don't necessarily know that this one's unpopular, but unpopular opinion number 3. I don't care if I can see machine stitches on somebody's costume or on my own costume. Sometimes you gotta get things done, and getting things done fast in this day and age means using a sewing machine. A lot of times that means you end up with a visible hem or something that's not necessarily historical, but you do what you gotta do to get things done in time, honestly, especially when we return to the day and age of cons and fairs and things where maybe you have a date that you need to have something done by and you just gotta bang it out sometime. The next two kind of go together. So, unpopular opinion number 4. There is nothing wrong with cheap lace as long as you know how to use it. I have been known to use very cheap lace as long as I can, place it strategically, or that's when you just go a little with some metallic paint so that then it just looks like it's gold lace. Meanwhile, it's actually just that, little dollar egg lace that you can get from Walmart that's literally just straight polyester, so plasticky it doesn't even feel like fabric. Just don't put it against your skin and it's fine. That's what I do, at least. And this last one's not an unpopular opinion in the sense that, we tell other people this in the historical community so much as it is a thing that is an unpopular opinion to let yourself do, even for me. And that is just to use what you can afford. There is no point in waiting until you can afford 100% real silk, to make that robe de la Francie. If you want to make it and you think you've got the skills for it and you're ready to give it a go, you don't need to wait till you can afford to blow $500 on fabric. Just let yourself go get the cheap crap from Joann's or go to a thrift store and pick up a couple tablecloths and curtains. Quite frankly, nobody can tell the difference, and there's nothing wrong with being nice to your wallet. And those were 5 unpopular historical sewing opinions, although I must say I'm not sure that any of them were actually unpopular, so much as just commonly held opinions that we don't really bother mentioning. But I do think these are things we should maybe, especially to newcomers, let them know. So if you're new, I hope you found this helpful. If you're not new, let me know if you disagreed with any of these or some of your own unpopular sewing opinions in the comments section below. Until next time, this has been Solace. Bye-bye.